the message. What exactly is the message? So all these are very important. And then, of course, we also say, is the message clear? Because at the end of the day, why the audience want to listen to you? Because you have something for them. So, I mean, the whole purpose of presenting is to make sure that they will get your message. So these are very important. Are you guys going to writing it down now? Can you not write it down now? You know why? Because I want you to focus on me. Okay? And I understand the comment. We're going to have that post onto the web, right? The soft copy, yeah. So everybody will have a chance to read it from the web. And all my PowerPoint presentations, no copyright problem. You just make sure you copy it right, okay? Okay, very good. Now finally you laugh. Now let's come to how we're going to make an impactful speech. Why do we need an impactful speech? Why? Second response. Who want to make? Why do we need to make it impactful? Yes.
Because you want the audience to have a very strong image of this.
Right. So you want the audience a very strong image of you and the speech, right? So that at least they will pick you to be the champion. Is that right? Particularly in contest, right? If you're not in contest, in any occasion, you really want your message to be put across effectively. So this is to do with an impactful speech. Right. So how we're going to do it is make sure that the audience is interested in what you're going to say. So point number one, how can we make it impactful? Would be when you prepare your speech, think about it. How can I arouse the interest of the audience? So secondly would be how you make the audience feel the emotion. Because if you're talking about, the do's and don'ts, nobody will want to listen to do's and don'ts. If you inject some emotion into it, then they'll be very happy to listen to you. So the emotion part. And of course, it's, if you can, make them remember what you're going to say, or what you're going to tell them. That again, this is what constitutes an impactful speech presentation. Now, so far so good, right? So Max saying, last year I was saying this is not a workshop, this is going to be a play shop. You know what a play shop means? Play shop means we're having fun together. Are you having fun now? No? Can you clap? Those are having fun, can you clap? Those who are not having fun yet, can you also clap? Okay, I know what to do, thanks. All right, good. All right, so how we can make the audience interested in what you say? We have 2 points here. WIIIFM. Well, do you know what it means? The third response. Anyone? No response. Over there.
No, I don't know.
Oh, you don't know. All right. You don't know. And are you very interested to know what it is?
Yes.
Okay, I mean, this is the purpose, right? This is the trick. So, WIIIFM means what is in it for me? What is in it for the audience? When you write a speech, ask yourself, what is in it for the audience? What is in it for the judge? If you're going to tell them something they're not interested in, you really cannot impress the audience. So think about from the audience side, what would make them feel interested. Right. The second line is, and make them feel curious about what you're going to say. So sometimes you may use a kind of suspense. So you might be telling a story. You will tell them what you are now, and then you're going to tell them the reason. So keeping the suspense, keeping them curious, would be a way to make them feel curious. Okay. Are you curious? Not quite. Okay. More to come. Now, having said a lot about the audience, so we must know our audience. Is it right? Does it make sense to you? So how can we know our audience? We need to kind of analyze who our audience is. For example, tonight, I'm expecting an audience, secondary school student, right? So I know where you are, who you come from, and know your language proficiency and so on and so forth. So I need to know a bit about you. Here I have the profile. So you're secondary school students, some of you teachers, some of you parents. Are we having any parents here tonight? Right. But some of them may not know their parent yet, right? Okay, right. Right. Okay. The background. So the kind of, that's self-explanatory. What their interest, and their expectation, what they're expecting from you, and of course the language. This time in the contest, we're going to speak in English, right? So you're going to speak English, and organization. What kind of organization is it? So that's a lot to do with knowing your audience. Finally, anything that you should not be talking about. Anything you should not be talking about. Now, so much on that, if I can show you something. Now, let's work it together. I have a statement here, which I deliberately left out the space between the words. So how do you read this one? How do you read this? I want the fourth response. Oh, it's that one from there. Love is now here, right? How many of you read love is now here? Okay. So those who did not raise a hand, can you tell me what did you read?
Love is nowhere.
Oh, love is nowhere. So what is right? Is it love is now here or love is nowhere? Huh? Both can be right, right? So it's important that we need to know that the audience may think very differently from you, right? If you're thinking love is now here, whereas the audience is thinking love is nowhere, then what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're either going to persuade your audience that love is actually now here, or you go along with the audience that love is nowhere. So this goes back to the objective of your speech presentation. Does that make sense to you? Okay, good. Now, I like this one very much. Have you seen this HSBC advertisement? All right. We say that could mean pleasure to a lot of people, and whereas to some other people it could mean pain. So the same thing may mean different things. All right. Okay. So know the audience is very important. Now, let me see. So are you all post-90s, right? Are you all post-90s? You know what post-90s means, right? So I'm a post-50. So if you're going to make a speech presentation to a post-50, what are you going to do? I want the number 5th response. Yeah?
Find out the topic that you're interested in.
Find a topic I'm interested, yes, yes. And you're going to speak my language, right?
Yeah.
You know my language? Not quite. Maybe you need to find out. Now, exactly this is what we're going to do. Know the audience, very important. Yes, very good. Okay, now, you like that one, right? If you're going to talk to a vegetarian, and you're not going to tell a vegetarian how tasteful is a hamburger, right? You can't do that, right? Unless you want to persuade a vegetarian to try a hamburger. So, very important, speak their language. And seafood, right? Somebody likes seafood. So, speak the language, and you want some more? What about this? Italian food, dumpling, right? They're all very good, right? So, that goes back to the point that the audience is very important when you prepare your speech in the organization. Although it's only 7%. It's only 7%. Right? Nick?